Hello, everyone. Welcome back to St. Louis Teens. We are here today with Zaniya Lewis, who's the founder and CEO of YesSheCan Campaign, an organization that inspires young people to be extraordinary and change the world. YesSheCan Campaign has reached 2,000 plus students and volunteered over 15,000 hours, won 5 national awards, an international award, and has helped students win over $700,000 in scholarships. Zaniyas, you're one of the 25 under 25 social entrepreneurs that have made an exceptional contribution to our world and to make it a better place. We thank you so much for your phenomenal service to our youth and to our country.
Thank you.
Zaniyas, thank you so much for being here with us today. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what inspired you to start the Yes She Can campaign?
Yes, so thank you so much for having me. And so my name is Zaniya Lewis. I am the founder and CEO and executive director of the YesSheCan Campaign. I recently graduated from the George Washington University with a BA in political science and a minor in human services and social justice. I've always had a passion for community service, social justice, activism since I was about 5 years old. I grew up in a military family, and so that's where I really understood the importance of public service. And so throughout my whole journey, I've overcome obstacles. I was born 1 pound and 15 ounces. My parents told me that, you had a second chance on earth. And so how are you going to use that? And so that's something that I've always kept with me since I was young. And that's really what inspired me to start my own organization. My organization called the YesSheCan Campaign really focuses on helping students who are overcoming adversity complete their education. So we provide basically programming for them, educational resources, and professional development to ensure that they not only graduate and complete their education, but they also are able to accomplish their goals and dreams.
And Zaniyas, thank you so much for the service that you do. Can you share with us some of the activities you do with the Yes She Can campaign? And I know it can be difficult, but what would your favorite one be?
Yeah, of course. So we do a lot at the YesSheCan campaign. We really focusing on college and career readiness. That's something that we've been focusing on this year. When we first started, we focused a lot on scholarships, but now we're really understood, through listening to the stories of our community, we learned that, a lot of them wanted us to focus more on college and career readiness. A different kind of programs that we have the Climb is Our Story program, which is sponsored by the Taco Bell Foundation, where we provide college and career readiness skills to students in high school. And that's something that we do year round. And then we also have the Climb Tour, which is a career immersion program where we help high school and college students basically find internships, find jobs, but we also take them to headquarters around the country to show them like what they can be and what their dream can accomplish. And then we also, this summer, we launched our Climb Incubator because a lot of the students wanted to know how was I able to start my own nonprofit organization at 18 years old with no money. And so I help students build their own social impact businesses, that's really like it was a cool program this summer because a lot of the students had this idea, but they wasn't sure how to move with it. And so I was able to train them on grant writing, leadership skills, knowing that they need to make sure they have contracts in place, policies in place. And so them really understanding the back end of running a business was truly inspiring. And then we also have our Sparkle Summit, which was one of our first programs at the YesSheCan campaign, where we have a conference every year, which provides workshops for students. We have panel discussions, and it's run by youth. And so that's important because I believe in young people being leaders and having the opportunity to become leaders. So I think my favorite program, I would say for this summer would have been, it was the Climb Incubator because it was something new. It wasn't so serious. I feel like college and career readiness skills are just so serious sometimes. But the Climb Incubator, we had some time to just, have fun, and just put ideas out there and build something. And so that's one of my favorite programs this summer, but I love all the programs at the YesSheCan campaign.
And can you share with us some of the success stories of the young people that you have been able to work with as well?
Yes, so I love one of the girls that actually started in my organization as an ambassador when we had our ambassador program. She started as an ambassador. She found about our organization on Instagram, and then she grew up in the leadership position. So she was able to become our partnership and sponsorship coordinator, and then she eventually branched off and started her own business, which was so important because for me, I always believe that once you come into the Yes She Can campaign, I know you're not going to be there forever, but I hope that you actually create something else so that you can inspire other people. And so she started her own business called the She Will Speak series. It helps students develop poetry and become authors of their own stories. And that's just a success story for me because her business has grown so much, and I'm really proud of her. And she's written 3 books, and she's, I think, on her 4th one now. So it's just incredible. Another girl named Ashley Lynn, who's a part of our organization, she founded another nonprofit organization called Project Exchange, which is actually on the list of 25 under, 25 under 25 social entrepreneurs, which is so cool because we started together at another nonprofit organization. Then she came on my organization, and then she started her own. And so I think for me, the success stories are people who, are in my organization, are able to learn different leadership skills and share their personal stories and inspire other people through what we do, but then they go ahead and they branch off and they create their own social impact business or any business to inspire other people.
And from that vast experience that you have working with so many youth,
Mhm.
what do you think is one of their biggest strengths that today's youth have that they can leverage to become leaders and to make a difference in our world?
Yeah, so I think what the young people that I've been able to work with is that all I feel like all young people are innovative, and so that's very important. During this time, especially since now we're all virtual right now. You can't really have live events. So what are you going to do to innovate? You can't stay the same. Your business can't stay the same, and you can't stay the same as a person. So I think the young people that I've been able to work with and been able to serve, they've all been innovative, and I think if we continue to do that, we can continue to make the world more equitable for everyone.
And I want to transition over now to the COVID-19 pandemic. And with the onset of the pandemic, how has life changed for your organization and the work that you're able to do?
Yes. So before the pandemic, my organization and the students that we were serving were overcoming adversity anyway, before this. And then when this hit, it was just another, barrier. A lot of the students don't have jobs. They had internships and got their internships taken away. A lot of these students are, in low middle class, low income, socioeconomic status. And so it's really hard. And so for my organization, I knew that we weren't working with people who have a whole bunch of money, who have all these networks or anything. And so how could I do my best to serve my community where I know that they're struggling because I'm struggling just as, just like them. And so we developed our programs to be a little bit more flexible for the students. So it wasn't like before we used to have them, you have to submit an assignment every week, all this other kind of stuff. We didn't have that. We made sure we gave them like a 2-week span where they could, do their work. If they had issues, we told them to reach out to us. We will work with them. And everyone finished the program. No one this summer left our program or didn't finish. Everyone finished because we were able to be flexible. We were understanding. I know a lot of people in my state lost power a couple of times. We were out of power for days. And then that's even stressful because now you can't even go anywhere. So you're stuck in your hot house. And it's just, it was really sad. And so I made sure to be more flexible with the students and just be more understanding. I'm already understanding because I go through what the community I'm serving is going through. But my organization is much more flexible because of this. And we've been able to transition all our programs virtually, so we didn't cancel anything. We just put it virtually on Zoom and on Google Meets, because we wanted to make sure that we provided services and programming to our students. And I think this was the best summer, when it came to our programming because we were able to be innovative and flexible.
And Zanaya, you're a leader on women's empowerment. Can you
Mhm.
share with us 3 things that we can all do to empower girls and women?
Yeah, of course. So I would say the first thing is it's great to have inspiring words and for you to like go out there and like share your story, but I think it's very important that you provide the resources and opportunities to girls and young women. So I have an amazing story, but I knew that wasn't enough. It was like, how can I use the connections that I was able to make and the lessons that I learned to help other people and help other young women and youth throughout their journey. So I would say that's the one thing. The second thing is to build a platform. So if you have a platform, build it for other girls and young women. Share their stories on that platform. Give them the opportunity to share their voices and what they believe in. And a third thing I would say is just to practice what you preach, because I've seen in a lot of like social impact spaces that, people post on Instagram all these nice quotes and it's great. You post those quotes, but are you really acting like that in your, real life, so just treat people with respect. And I think those are the three ways.
And Zaniyah, what would your message be for teens who are aspiring to become innovators and leaders like yourself?
I would say to just do it, and then also research. But I always tell students to just don't wait. Like, why are you waiting? The money will come. I've never had money to start my own nonprofit, but I just started it, and then I figured out ways to get money and to raise money and to use my skills creatively to fundraise money. So I would say don't let money be a barrier. I say if you have an idea, create your website, create a plan, research different topics you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something about homelessness or you're trying to do something about education, make sure you know that, you know yourself, because people are going to come and challenge you about that. And then I would say, get a community. You can contact me. You can contact people on LinkedIn. People are always willing to help you and network. That's extremely important. And then create your social impact business if you want to, or be your business that you want to create. It's important to start now. You have this time now where it's not that many people are going back to school. They're doing it virtually, and so this is a time to really focus on your craft and what you want to do in life.
Zaniyah, thank you so much for your service that you're providing to our youth and to our community. And thank you so much for your time today and answering all of our questions.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.